hibernating insects, and in particular, things that you were going to find around here at the park. Or if not at the park, maybe in your backyard, or definitely in this part of Indiana. And so yes, this is a picture of Pool Creek in the winter. I don't know who took the picture, so I can't give them photo credits, but I just think it's a beautiful picture. So, did you guys know that the bugs do overwinter? They don't all just die off. Does anybody have an idea of how do they protect themselves over the winter? Yeah.
They hibernate.
They hibernate, but how do they hibernate? Where are they?
They probably hibernate underground.
Underground, okay.
In trees.
In trees, okay. Anybody else got an idea? Yeah. And rocks, okay. So, those are places, but did you know that some of them actually overwinter as an egg? So an egg is deposited in the fall, and they stay as an egg all winter long. Some of them form a chrysalis or a cocoon, and some of them hibernate as grown-up bugs. And we'll talk about each of those and all those places that you guys mentioned. So, whoa! Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about are eggs. And some of them hibernate over the winter as an egg. And the reason why let's see, can I do this? Oh, no. Go back. Keep doing that. There we go. Can you guys see that up there? Right. So, mosquitoes, they will lay their eggs in the fall in deep water. Grasshoppers will too, but they're pretty far down in the soil. But the ones that you might have seen, though, are the praying mantises. Now, I wanted to take a moment to talk about praying mantises to you. Have you guys all seen a praying mantis before? Okay. The one that you probably are most familiar with is this one over here. Did it look like this guy over here?
Yeah.
Was it long? Was it real big? Kind of big, especially in the fall. They get real big and they're green. Okay. So up there, that is a praying mantis case, and it's full of eggs. And maybe you have found that on a twig or something, or in some kind of a tree, or not a tree, usually a twig or kind of like what you guys see out there in the prairie out there. That egg case right there belongs to this one down here. That is actually an invasive praying mantis, and it's called an Asian mantis. And so if you see one of these, you'll know that this is not native to Indiana. Some people say squish it. Some people say it's a critter, let it live. What we mean by invasive is that it does not belong here. It was brought here by people, and it doesn't have any natural predators, it's doing so well here, even though it doesn't belong here, that it is eating up everything for those that do belong here. So our native praying mantises is actually called a native Carolina mantis, and over here, this is what its egg sac looks like. Do you guys see the difference? How it's like the native one is more like a box. You see that? It's more rectangular. And it's a different color, whereas the invasive Asian mantis is more round. And then when they actually are walking around, the native mantises are only about as big as your thumb when they're full grown. They're only a couple of inches, and they're usually a brown color. So if you see the big green ones, that's the invasive, and they love to eat monarch butterflies, which we have found out here. Well, like we saw one of these guys, just here, just one plant, just one flower in one park in one city. This guy, we saw one out here in the fall during monarch migration time. On that, he was sitting on a coneflower, I think, and at the base of the coneflower where we picked him up, the remnants of 4 different monarchs. So just that one bug in a short amount of time ate 4 monarchs, So yeah, and we know monarchs are native, well, but they migrate, but yeah. So yeah, so we don't like to see or a little cocoon. And that is especially true for the lightning bug. Did you know that we have a state insect? It got voted in last year. Maybe it was 2018. Did you know that? Yes, it's a lightning bug. The lightning bug. But this here is the larva of the lightning bug, and here's what I think is cool. This is why they're called glowworms, because they even have that bioluminescence as a pupa, as a larva stage. But they hibernate just beneath the soil surface. So there's been a lot of talk of like, well, where are all the lightning bugs going? Well, we believe that a lot of the chemicals that people put down on their lawns to kill, grubs and things, also kill these guys. So, and they can live they can live underground for 2 years. So, anyway, that's a possible answer to where all the lightning bugs are going. But they stay under the soil in a little chrysalis or a little cocoon. So then, here's another one that stays as a chrysalis. Can you guys see that little black tendril right there? It looks like a little black string.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Somehow, the swallowtail butterfly, have you guys ever seen this guy? Or gal, I guess. They will overwinter in a chrysalis, and they hang themselves from a dead branch or a twig. So there's another thing to look for. You might think it's just a leaf if you were walking along, If you look closely, you'll say, oh, wait, that's not a leaf. And then the telltale sign are those two little strings holding it up. All right, now, have you guys heard of the mason bee? No? Okay, so he's been getting, I would say I guess I should say it, has been getting a lot of press, I guess, lately. The mason bee is a solitary bee, and he will sleep, or she will sleep over the winter in a little cocoon, usually in a hole in some dead wood. Now, these are our native bees. Did you guys know that honeybees are not native here? Yeah, they're not native here. The colonists brought them over, if I remember right, if I remember my history right. They are not native to North America. And now everybody thinks about the honeybee, how we need the honeybee to pollinate everything, but actually the mason bee is a much more successful pollinator than a honeybee. Someone did a study that I read, and it said that this guy will pollinate flowers up to 80% more than a honeybee would. So, and these guys are solitary, so they don't live in hives. And so they live in little holes in dead wood over the winter. But I got a word about the mason bee hotels. Have you guys seen those? It's like little, I know it's a lot of department stores now that are selling those. The thing about those things, so they say like hollow wood. The thing is that if you get one of those, you have to make sure that it's cleaned out every season, because if it holds any mildew or fungus, it could infect the animal the following year. So you just want to make sure that, if you want to take the time to clean it out, but you may not want to do that. Right. So then there's some bugs that hibernate as a grown-up bug. And one of those is a morning cloak butterfly, and that's around here, that's in Indiana. But, and so they hide in tree cavities or under loose tree bark or in unheated buildings outside. So, but how in the world, you can think of something in the ground is kind of insulated, something in a cocoon or a chrysalis is insulated. How does a plain old butterfly hibernate without freezing to death in the winter? What do they do? What do you think?
They turn their body off and they just freeze.
Well, they do turn their body off, kind of, sort of, and they kind of freeze, but there's something, but what makes it so that when they thaw out, so to speak, that they're not harmed? Do you know? Okay, have you guys ever, here's my hint, a car. There's something that we put in a car in the winter that keeps the gasoline from freezing up, I think, or oil, I'm not sure. Do you guys know what it's called? It's usually green liquid if it's leaking from the car and your dogs can't eat it. You don't want to eat it. Antifreeze. Oh, oh shoot. There we go. Right. The bugs actually make their own antifreeze. They start producing it. They start slowing down. Their bodies kind of turn on. and their body fills up with this antifreeze. And that's what protects them all winter long. And then ladybugs. Ladybugs hibernate in the just plain old outside, or sometimes they come inside, but they swarm together for body warmth, so they get all close, and their body heat they share that body heat, and you're going to see them in crevices of bark or in leaf litter, and that leaf litter kind of insulates them. So if you've ever heard, don't rake up your leaves in the fall, leave them there until spring, is because so many insects do hibernate in leaf litter. Beneficial insects as well, especially. So here's an example of one of those mason bee or insect hibernate hotels I've been talking about. These are kind of the rage in the garden centers and stuff now. The only thing is, again, they could be a harbinger. What's the word I'm looking for? Harbinger? That's not right. What's the word I'm looking for? They will produce a lot of moisture, and they could get all mildewy and have funguses in there, and so you have to clean it out every year if you want to truly use it to help insects in your yard. So when we go on our hike, if you've been paying attention, when we go on our hike, where should we look for hibernating insects? Where should we look? Where should we look? Okay, we should look for a chrysalis. Where would a chrysalis be? Might be. Don't read that. That's my fault. I didn't mean to push that. On a tree or a branch, okay? Let's see. And one of them was under the loose bark of a tree. Underground. Okay. Anywhere else?
At home.
Where?
At home.
At home. You can find them at home. Right. So, if there's any structures outside, we can look like up in the eaves. Maybe we'll see something under the loose bark of trees. So we don't want to rip the bark off of a tree, but if it's kind of loose, you might be able to peek under there. Of course, we were talking about twigs and branches, or even rolled up. And some of them will roll themselves up in a leaf, or make the chrysalis inside the leaf. Dead trees, like the mason bee likes to hibernate inside holes of dead wood. So dead trees or logs on the ground. Those are places to start.
There's a nut in here.
Yeah, I think they've been, some critters have been eating some hickory nuts.
Yeah, I see a nut on this side.
All right, let's see.
Maybe somebody lives.
That's the family or the genus, that's the group of trees that maple trees belong to. So you can actually tap this for syrup. Now, it's not the same as a sugar maple. Why do you think a sugar maple is called a sugar maple? Because syrup is yummo, right? But this isn't the same genus as that, and you can tap it. But I don't know if it tastes the same. Oh, it's frozen.
Leo.
It's still frozen. I don't know, but I bet there's something under here somewhere. We just gotta look. But then I don't want to destroy the trees. These are the kinds of places you're gonna find stuff though. What? A scratch. It does look like a scratch. Or a scar of some kind. Should we look under here? Let's look this up. Let's see.
I'm looking at
These?
Oh, there is a scratch on there.
What do you say? In a minute. Okay. I'm gonna go over there.
Those are balls. And there might be eggs inside. Or there were. But I don't know if they're hibernating now. I didn't expand my search to golf.
It's okay. Let's see. Anything under here?
We'll see the
We're looking.
Okay, we'll look for the
Not much.
Let's look under here.
Oh, there you go. Turn up the log. Duh. Why didn't I change that?
I see some.
Anything?
Here, look under
Oh, there's a couple of roly.
Some roly-polies?
That's about all I can see.
Yeah.
Watch your
Okay.
feet.
See that? Heated buildings, structures. They like to get up in the nooks and crannies of things. I don't see any though.
Oh, look, there's a little beetle there.
A little what?
Beetle.
Found a beetle?
Yeah.
All right.
Not sure what it is. Can't tell.
Yeah. No, I know. Hey, I found a hole. I don't think I know. I found a hole. See a hole? And a big hole.
Oscar, is that right? Or is that
I
the
see
sign
another
of the
hole
last
down
flooding?
there.
There's some little roly-polies.
What are those?
Little bugs.
Yeah, the ones that roll up in a ball.
Uh-huh. They're hibernating. I don't think they're dead. They look pretty good.
I haven't seen anything else.
I haven't seen a whole lot either.
No.
We found something.
What did you find?
We found like a big cricket.
Oh, you did? Really?
Don't touch the poison ivy.
No, yeah, that's. I don't get poison ivy. Can you believe that? I don't. That just might be, guys. That might
What's
be.
the thing about what's the rhyme about the hairy vines?
Yes, but it also could be.
Hairy rope, don't be a dope.
Yeah,
Something
there's-
like.
I think Virginia Creeper does that too.
Oh, okay.
So it's easily confused, but I'm not sure. So let's just not touch, right?
What is
When in
that?
doubt.
That very well might be a cocoon, guys, of some kind. Do you see it?
What's
Oh,
that?
yeah, right on the leaves. Hey,
What's
Ashlyn.
there?
Yeah. Yeah, and inside. Got something rolled up in there. Sleeping for the winter. Do you see it? Oh yeah, definitely. Look at that. That's cool. This would be a good spot too. Look at that bark. Look how loose it is. See? Whoop! Didn't expect that to happen. I'm going to fall over looking up. Hard to get down there. I think it is, Leo.
Snake.
I think it's snake.
I think it's a wolf.
You think it's a mole?
Well, my first question is, how would a snake dig a hole?
Yes.
Snakes don't have arms, so a snake might live in it, but a snake didn't dig it. So who do you think dug the hole?
Moles?
That's a good
Yeah.
idea. Chipmunks,
It's a
maybe.
hole. It's a hole.
Yeah, chipmunks like to bury.
Yeah.
It's not just a hole. You know what that means? Something made that. So something. So what do you think could be? What do you think could be in there, or what's in there? A snake. You know those hibernate. So it's maybe there's a snake hiding down under there. I think chipmunks sometimes make their little burrows underground.
How do you do that?
Under sidewalks.
What if there's something in there?
Chipmunks are pretty tiny.
Yeah.
Or little bulls.
Yep.
What if
Mice.
it's
All
sleeping?
kinds of critters could be under there. Definitely.
Stop.
That is. You might not have found something that we talked about, but that doesn't mean you didn't find something.
Something lives there or made it, right?
That's right. Cool.